I think the Brooklyn Nets made a really bad mistake. I think they look very weak and sad because of what they did. This isn't a team that's fighting just to barely make it to the playoffs. It would be hard for me to be Kyrie's teammate because he's not giving up things like I am. And that's what sports is all about. Everyone on the team has to be willing to give up something. If you're not willing to give up anything, then what are we even doing here? After being away for a long time, Kyrie Irving finally played his first game of the season for the Brooklyn Nets. The NBA superstar still hasn't gotten his vaccine shot and won't be able to play in home games because of New York City's vaccine rules. But he and the Nets have agreed that Kyrie will be a part-time player. No. Kyrie won't be getting a second job like NBA players did back in the 1950s and 1960s. Basically, Kyrie will be able to practice at the Nets building, but he can only play in away games. However, not all away games work for him. Right now, Canada doesn't let unvaccinated players cross their borders, so the Toronto Raptors will never have to play against Kyrie this season. Also, Kyrie lighting up Madison Square Garden is also not going to happen because the New York Knicks follow the same rules as the Nets. Even though Kyrie is only playing part-time, his return will have a huge effect on both the Nets and the NBA. The Nets are currently sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference standings, mostly thanks to Kevin Durant, who people call the Slim Reaper. Durant has been dominating the league, averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. If they ended the MVP race today, it would be a close call between KD and Steph Curry, but carrying the Nets through the first half of the season has come with a cost. Durant has needed to play 37 minutes per game, the most minutes since he was 25 years old and the second most in the entire NBA this year. Those minutes might not be something he can keep doing. Remember, Durant is 33 years old and is coming back from a torn Achilles injury. Plus, the 2021 playoffs have proven that KD needs some help, even if he was only a big toe away from reaching the finals. This is where Kyrie comes in. His return gives the Nets new energy both on and off the court. With Kyrie playing most away games, KD should be able to take it easy. Coach Steve Nash can lower his minutes and how much he uses him while still letting him take 20 or more shots. Remember, Steve Nash was working with the Golden State Warriors during Kevin's 3 years there. He definitely knows how to use KD with 2 other All-Stars. Kyrie's return also gives the Nets the thing that made them the favorite at the start of the season. Amazing firepower. Kyrie is averaging 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists with the Nets. He has an effective field goal percentage of 57% and shoots 92% from the free throw line. Kyrie has proven he's someone who takes big shots and makes big shots, which is a crucial part of every championship team. Just look at what Kyrie did in his first game back against the Indiana Pacers. He scored 22 points, had 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals. He had a plus or minus number when he was on the court. On defense, Kyrie obviously wasn't amazing, but he played actively and made the right decisions. Even if the Pacers did score on offense is where Kyrie's amazing talent really shines. Every time the Pacers double-teamed him, he made them pay. On fast breaks, he scored easily, and when it mattered, Kyrie made clutch shot after clutch shot in the third quarter. Kyrie cut into the Pacers' double-digit lead. Here Irving spins baseline. bank shot is good. Then he finished the quarter strong with no-look ball movement. Irving jumper at the horn got him. Kyrie beats the buzzer dot in the fourth quarter. He led all scorers with 10 points on 4 out of 7 shots from the field. Here's Kyrie giving the Nets a 3-point lead on a beautiful pull-up jumper dot in the final stretch. Irving drives, pull-up. Oh yeah. And here he is closing out the Pacers with an unstoppable one-on-one play. Irving one-on-one with Washington. Kyrie was so smooth. Combine this with KD and Harden, who's also starting to put up massive numbers. And the Nets are once again the three-headed monster that no other team in the NBA wants to face. Look at what the Nets did last year against the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2021 Eastern Conference semifinal. Without Harden, they easily won the first 2 games against the eventual champions before losing a close third game dot in Game 4. Kyrie went down and Durant almost beat the Bucks by himself. He gathers his feet. The question is, was his toe on the line? And it looks like from that angle, it was on the line. A healthy Kyrie makes the Nets the most powerful offense in the league and covers up their defensive weaknesses. They may be a middle-of-the-pack team on defense, but that doesn't matter if they're scoring 130 points every night. While Kyrie's return should help the Nets and scare the crap out of the rest of the NBA, it also creates a big question for both the team and the league. Should the Nets tank? Hear me out on this one. Unless he changes his mind about vaccines, Kyrie can only play in away games. Because of this, it would make a lot of sense for the Nets to be the first team to purposely give up their spot in the standings and tank for a lower seed. NBA playoff series are made up of 7 games. The higher seed gets 4 home games, and the lower seed gets just 3. In a perfect world, the Nets could aim for a 5th or 6th seed. This would give them an extra game of Kyrie in each round of the playoffs. So what's more important? Home court advantage or Kyrie playing 4 out of 7 games. On top of that, tanking for the 5th seed has an added benefit of allowing them to rest Durant more in the regular season. The San Antonio Spurs are famous for resting their stars before the playoffs. The Nets could do the same thing throughout the regular season. Remember, it's a lot easier to lose games or tank when you don't have the best scorer in the league playing the entire game. Kyrie's return also shows the underlying truth about the NBA as an organization. When Kyrie announced that he would not get vaccinated, the Nets allowed him in the practice facility but were firm that he would not play in any away games. They said he needed to be either fully with the team or not at all. Brooklyn Nets say their star point guard Kyrie Irving will not play or practice with the team until he is eligible to be a full participant. Other players like Andrew Wiggins tried to find religious loopholes to avoid vaccinations. Wiggins' decision to get the COVID-19 vaccination comes after the league recently declined his application for a religious exemption. The only option was to get vaccinated or not play in the NBA. This plan failed badly. But now things have changed, and the reason is obvious. Money and championships. The Nets took a look at the toll that benching Kyrie was having on the rest of their team. They realized they needed Kyrie to reduce the burden on Durant and the Nets offense. So halfway through the season, they folded like a lawn chair. Now, Kyrie is their part-time player, and the odds of winning a ring just went back to their preseason predictions. Incredibly grateful just to be back in the building. Welcome back with open arms from my teammates. The whole entire organization. Not gonna lie, it's been relatively tough to watch from the sideline, but if I get the opportunity to get on the court and play with some of my teammates, you know, even if it's just on the road for away games, I'm just grateful for that. With this in mind, I expect to see even more strange moves. For instance, what will happen if LeBron James or Steph Curry tests positive before a playoff series? How will the NBA react? What if entire starting lineups are out? Will they postpone games? Will they drastically lower the time spent in health and safety protocols? NBA championships aren't always won by the best team. It's whoever is the best and most healthy team at the time. But what do you think? Are you excited to see Kyrie make his return? If you enjoyed these longer videos, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. I have a ton of awesome content coming out, and I always make my videos for the Henry Hoops audience. So, if you don't want to miss out, hit the subscribe button. Peace.